Hey all. This reading is for March 7th, 2019. It is for any and all signs for the collective. If it doesn't resonate with you today, it may be applicable to you soon. If this doesn't resonate with you at all, then a lunar pool on a different day may have a message for you instead. We have the Empress card, but in reverse, and the Seven of Swords also in reverse, showing up immediately. Wheel of Fortune in the root of the situation, also in reverse. If you're interested in a private reading, just scroll down to the description of the video. Check out your options and links there. And thank you so much for all contributions to Lunartics Tarot. It's so appreciated. We've got the Four of Spears in reverse, the Five of Cups upright. Six of Swords in the outcome. So where this situation is headed is moving toward a calmer mental and emotional state. If you currently feel unstable or have been feeling like your home and or family life is insecure, unstable lately, just ungrounded, like you or someone in your home and or family life has lost sight of the big picture, or maybe just not feeling at home in general is really what's coming through as well, if that's been the feeling in your recent past. Then ultimately, something may have to be left behind that will need to be mourned in the near future, but ultimately we're headed towards the Six of Swords, where everything is, or where both your mental and emotional energy is headed toward, as I said, a calmer state, a freer place. Some of you may be, with the Empress in reverse here, some of you may be actually specifically dealing with a sick and or sad mother figure, or you may be that mother figure. So as again, someone in the environment is feeling, in your home or family life environment, is feeling unstable, likely because the home and or family life has been unstable. Maybe someone has literally gotten sick, and what we're seeing here is that it's been the unstable energy in the home that is manifested into this person's illness, whatever it may be, or sadness, illness of any kind, dis-ease of any kind, right? They're feeling, they're the living embodiment of the uncomfortableness. That's not the word I wanted, but they're the living embodiment of how uncomfortable, the home was. Sorry, I'm getting a call. With the Seven of Swords there in reverse, we see someone may be figuring out this connection, seeing, finding out the cause of why this person is so unhappy, or as I said, sick, ill, uncomfortable in some way. Someone may be soon or currently connecting it back to that environment, to what it was in the root, or the recent past rather, that resulted in this, right? Four of Cups as advice. You or someone, likely whomever's not feeling well, likely whoever's unstable, is in need of a period of withdrawal. Someone is. Ultimately, what I see is ultimately what we're getting at is shared emotional fulfillment. But for someone, like I said, likely the person who's feeling unstable here, in order to get to that point of being able to share emotionally with someone else, being able to feel fulfilled in that sharing with someone else, they first need this period of withdrawal. And it may very well be you, whomever. Let's see. Whomever is, as I said, feeling unstable, not feeling well. I think it's obvious, because I think it's, as I said, whomever is pretty much the living embodiment of the unstable energy in that home or family life. They need a period of withdrawal. And whether it's you or I think for a lot of you it is you, but either way, you or someone close to you, that person is receiving an offer, and it's not what they want at this time. And I'm really feeling from this right now that they need this period of withdrawal. Sometimes this, it's not just that we don't want the offer because we're too focused on something else. Sometimes that offer really just doesn't look good to us. In any case, that, like I said, again, the person who's feeling unstable, they may be figuring out why and how that instability in their home or family life resulted in this instability within them. Or, for some, like I said, it's just like it's manifested into a physical sickness, illness. Above all else, I'm really sensing emotional instability. With this depiction of the Empress card, especially. All the water, all the waves here. I'm really sensing an emotional instability. But like I said, I think that's why they need the period of withdrawal, and to turn down an offer that someone else, maybe you. If it's not you, it may be you making the offer to them, and be advised that they need this period of withdrawal. If it's you, be advised that there are maybe more than one reasons why that offer doesn't look good to you at this time. Don't let yourself be bullied into it. I think the reason that whomever's feeling unstable, I think the reason they need this period of withdrawal is because they may be the person, or at least one of the people who's like I said, untangling the root cause of this, looking back at their home or family life and seeing how it's directly resulted in their current state. We got the Queen of Swords showing up twice now on the bottom of the deck, and as a clarifier for the Wheel of Fortune. I know you can't see all of this. So there may have been, there's many different things coming through. Sorry for my long silences. Well, first of all, I was talking about the emotional instability again. There may be a physical illness as well, but I still sense the emotional instability. And it'll be a little bit different for whomever resonates with it. But there may have been an air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, or someone who embodies those same traits that is a very shrewd personality, keen insight, very logical and clear-minded, a very analytical personality, and fierce in thought and in words and verbal communication, likely. Somebody like that, or maybe specifically Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, who left this home or family life, and that has caused the instability, which has then caused the unwellness in a particular person, someone who was left behind. And like I said, in the near future, I see this need to mourn, to move from this Four of Cups state into very soon the Five of Cups. That's another reason why this person, the unwell individual, that's another reason why they may be needing to step away from any projects, any, like I said, offers, specifically love offers coming in at this time, whether they're romantic or not, and take some time to withdraw. One, they're not in a good space to, I don't think, create, with it being the Empress in reverse. They can't give their best to their passion projects, their work, even their home and family and friends at this time, and they maybe just don't want to bring that energy to the table. Again, maybe you, maybe somebody else close to you, but and they see the truth. They see the truth of, if it wasn't a person that they lost in the root of the situation, they see the truth of what they lost, and whether it was, a specific person or not, they see the truth of it clearly. And like I said, they're even tracing back the steps of how they became unwell, how it was rooted in that environment, or that the environment becoming unstable due to some sort of misfortune, bout of unluckiness, or loss of this person. Like I said, they see the truth, and they're kind of going through the steps that they need to, and they need, that's another reason for this need for withdrawal and a reject of any specific offers that we're wondering about at this time. Because if you don't take time for that withdrawal, then you may not naturally progress to this next step after the Four of Cups of the energy represented in the Five of Cups. Mourning, a natural thing that needs to happen. It may not be, maybe it's not obvious to everyone else what you lost or why that's a loss that needs mourning. But to this person, they're seeing it. They're seeing their truth. They're seeing what either was always missing from their life at a certain point, or has recently left and not been properly mourned. Maybe, like, again, maybe it's not obvious to everyone else, but to this person, they're seeing how that's a needed process for them. That's they need to acknowledge that loss. They need to acknowledge that it needs to be mourned. And I feel like, I always say this, but I feel like it's on a spectrum. So for some, it's simpler than for others. For some, it's just like, a child went away to college and a mother needs to take time to mourn those first years where they're living at home together, that time has come to an end, or something. It just a natural process. For others, there is an actual literal loss maybe at some point of someone, like a death, even though we don't have that card. But it could be all the way at the end of the spectrum. For some, maybe it's even acknowledging that you never had a mother figure or certain type of mother figure around, and you need to mourn the mother that you never had. It's different for everybody, but I'm just saying it's on a spectrum, right? There are different levels to it. It can, but in any case, regardless of the specifics, I mean, we have the Six of Swords still in the outcome, the moving on to a calmer mental, emotional state. So don't allow yourself to be bullied into accepting offers if it's you who's feeling like you need time to withdraw and get your emotions under control and mourn something that was important to you. And likewise, if you're the individual who's trying to make an offer to a person like that, don't push, because they're on the right track. They're figuring out how to be well and healthy and feel emotionally stable again. And they're getting to this place of calmer and mental and emotional world within, so that they can feel again emotionally fulfilled when sharing with others. What I'm feeling is they don't really want to share this energy right now. They're getting to that point that's I'm sensing that someone in the situation is pushing with an offer because they want this shared emotional fulfillment, and they're not seeing that that's exactly what both of you are trying to get at. The person who's resisting the offer, it's because they need this time period first. They want to get to this shared emotional fulfillment place with you as well, but they need this time alone first in order to get there. So any pushing or rushing or forcing is just going to make the process take longer, right? So that's what we have coming through for March 7th, 2019. I hope you all make wise choices for yourselves moving forward. Again, if it didn't resonate with you, then maybe it's just not for you. A message, like I said, a lunar pool on a different day could have a message for you. But again, just thank you so much for all your support to Lunartics Tarot, and I love you, and I will post another daily lunar pool for us very soon.